Hi, and welcome to Monday night. What the hell is the name of the show? Monday night toy ramblings with me. If things if things are skipping, let me know. Everything seems to all of a sudden be moving super slow right now, and it's scaring the living crap out of me. Anyway, so if you guys are already in the chat, so let's say hi to Master Verso. He jumped on here pretty early. We got Payne's toy samples. I see this guy on every single live stream that I'm on. Toyman Dan, I want to say thank you for joining the membership. He was the second guy to join, and luckily it just kind of popped up and showed me when I was looking at a couple things. Man, McClurtring, man, I'm sorry if I know I killed that name. I apologize. Jason Fritz is in the house. Yeah, there we go. Fitz, right? I said Fritz, I believe. I had a friend growing up named Fritz. And then we have David R. And then we also have a new member. He joined earlier today. OG Hedda, aka Digital Diarrhea. Honestly, that name is awesome. That is what an absolute awesome name. Anyway, let's see here. Big Bacon's in the house. I got Retro Cap. Now I actually have this streaming on my tablet so I can see what is going on. And then we got John Latella in the house. So anyway, thank you everybody. And I know there's Matthew. There's Matthew. If you guys don't know, he's the moderator. So if you guys start anything, he's the one you're going to have to deal with. And Baldilocks. And we will be talking about Baldilocks in a little bit. Nice to see you. Rich Murphy, damn. This is by far the best opening that we've had, other than I think I sat there for like 30 seconds. I got to tell you guys, if you've never done a live stream, I can't speak for everyone else. Maybe it's because I used the free version. Hopefully we can rectify that shortly. But it just kind of sits there. And I'm just like, I'm like, am I live? Should I talk? Since I don't have an opening. But who the hell needs an opening, to be honest? You guys didn't come here for an opening, and I don't have some catchy little song. Spacefold is in the house. Spacefold, you gotta do something about the S, man. You gotta get yourself some sort of icon or something up there. Come on, we gotta see some pictures. But anyway, man, we got a bunch of guys in the house, and I know some more people will obviously be strolling in and out. I think we ended the last stream with like 41 likes, so that was really good. I'll tell you what, the streams are doing really well. You guys seem to be enjoying it. Again, I'm understanding when I get the super chats, how they start to work. The membership, like I said, just 3 members now. We only need 5 more, and then your names show up on the home screen of my YouTube page, and it'll kind of rotate out. But I got a lot of stuff to get through today. So I'm going to maybe start getting into it. So I did want to talk about the memberships. Yeah, so I went over them before. There's 99 cents that just helps support the channel. And then I got the $2.99 to kind of show my screw-ups. I did 2 of my videos, 2 of the videos that I did this week. At the end of the first one, I realized that I wasn't wearing the mic, though it picks up enough. But I had already screwed it up because I noticed that I wasn't missing the mic. And then I did the exact same thing again. MCO pictures, I have not gotten them yet. They're supposed to be in on Wednesday. If I do get them in on Wednesday, I should have at least one video probably done. I'll have at least one video done by Thursday morning, as long as I have enough time to get to them. So hopefully they show up here There's some other stuff that may be coming in also, and we're going to get into that shortly. So, yeah, so I talked about the memberships and the different things, and I told you early. We're gonna have early. If you do the $4.99, you'll get the videos early. So a lot of times, what I do, like what you'll see when I get the Valiverse figures in, I get 4 in at a time. So I'll do like 2 or 3 videos at a time, and they'll be loaded to go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna load them up there, and anyone that's a member for 99 cents until I get the Patreon, not the Patreon. I'm not doing the Patreon right now. Once I get the God, I can't think right now. See, this is what happens when you do things just right off the cuff of. It's not Patreon, it's the Discord. I want to get the Discord set up. So what I'm going to do is for the next couple weeks, anyone that is a channel member, 99 cents or whatever for right now, I'm going to drop the videos. As soon as I'm done, they'll be up there. So if you're a member, you'll be able to see it as soon as they're fully loaded and ready to go. And then they'll go live. So Bees Battleground is in the house. I talked to this guy a lot. You're going to try for the Bloody Pandora? You know what? I'm not. You're talking $40 for the figure for a woman that doesn't know how to use her tampon, I guess you could say. No, I'm not interested in the Bloody Pandora. I'm not really interested in too many of the Valiverse exclusive. Are you ordering it? Because I know you think they are the standard of every figure. So that's why that will be something else we're kind of going to be discussing. Jay Albert is in the house. Let's see here. What's up, friend? A bit late to the rambling show. Hey, just started, but I am also here. But I am here. Also, just got Ricondo and Python Patrol Officer. Great figures. They are, man. I'm telling you, man. Figures are. I like them for the most part. I guess we'll take a look at the pickup really quick here. I did get Python Patrol. Let me tell you guys. We almost didn't get the Sunday night toy haul. So yeah, I got him just in one of his stands. I like this gun, even though it's a little bent. All his weapons are bent. Everything on this figure is softer than on these figures, so be careful with that. You're gonna have to fix it. Hasbro, if anyone is listening, I doubt you are. This is something you definitely want to address because it's going to get out there that your quality is definitely starting to suffer. Okay, we already got 27 people watching, so hit the like button. We definitely should see 27 people because there's 27 people, right? So I think I may be 2 of them. I may count as 2 because, like I said, I got it up here, so I can't. Well, I already do like it, I think. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that. So, well, I guess when we get to the Valiverse, we will talk about that. So anyway, that's what I was talking about the memberships. If you join the membership for the 99 cents, once I get these videos up, they're gonna be up there. I will put them up so anyone that has a membership can watch them till they go live. And then once I'm able to get the Discord up and running, because like I said, I want to give you guys value. If I'm asking you guys to join a membership, again, it's all going to be going towards everything that I do here. It's a lot of fun, but it also gets kind of expensive. I'm going to be upfront with you guys that, hey, you know what? So anyway, DJ has shown up. He's in the house. So, man, we got a good crew right now. Like, a lot of guys. I think there's going to be a lot of talk, a lot of chatter amongst you guys, but I got a lot to go over. So, so I know last Monday, I'm going to kind of go in order really quick here, but I didn't want to go over last Monday. Frogmonger was the thing that was on my mind. I was really hoping to get it. I was definitely worried that I wasn't gonna get it, but luckily I was able to get it. He was up there for almost for almost a half hour. All right, I gotta. All right, so Woodman29 is in the house. Woodman, I've seen you on a few other live streams also. I feel like um, some of you guys, I don't know, you guys cheating on me or what? But then again, how would I know you're on the live stream unless Vibe was there too? So, I gotta mention Cobra Law. I think I mentioned something about you getting a picture here last week, and here we have Serpentor. It's cheaper to use soft plastic blend, and they are going cheap everywhere. I agree, but I'm not real happy. So I don't mind the figure. The figure doesn't really bother me. The weapons I have a huge problem with. Fitness Frank, I know you are new because I would definitely remember something fitness. So nice to have you in the house. Man, we already got like 32 watches. Hey, this may be the biggest show. I got to say, we got a lot of people already entered into the drawing. But anyway, let's quickly. Did anyone else get Frogmonger? Was anyone else interested? I was like so worried I wasn't going to get it. This Mattel Creations, after that Wondar, had me it has me just like Hasbro, so conditioned to worry that this stuff is going to sell out before we even get a chance. And it looks like Mattel knows, hey, we need to get a few more stuff. So I think it's pretty awesome. But I will say this, as cool as I think this figure is, and I know a lot of people aren't into it, or a lot of people were into this. What they weren't into was the Space Sumo, which I did get, and I did a review on the Space Sumo. That picture, that looks awesome. But Space Sumo actually sold out. I don't know if it sold out that day. So, Baldilocks, he said he got the max. I know he's big into it because I saw his CamelCon video. Seriously, that figure is awesome. I just wish he sprayed water. I wish he just sprayed water. Retro Cop, I knew nothing about him. Retro Cap, I'm sorry. Let's see, Michael McFarlane Jr. Hey man, I went through the same thing with Frogmonger. Thought it wasn't gonna get one. Waiting in line forever. Exactly, man. I'll tell you what, it scared the crap out of you. Hey Matthew, be quiet. We haven't got to that part yet. We haven't got to that part yet, Matthew. This is awesome. I love seeing this many names, so many people, and Chaz hasn't even shown up yet. Chaz seems to always be doing something with his wife. He's always like, dude, sorry, I showed up late. So hopefully he's hearing me say something about that. So anyway, yeah, I don't know if anyone else ordered this figure, but I bet any money you're going to find out this figure is going to end up being the one worth money because he just sat there forever. And now that he's sold out, people are going to want him. They're going to want that mini comic. So that was it. I just want to talk about Frogmonger. Looks like a few people got him. I love that they have some newer figures that are showing up. So anyway, there's been a few things that have popped up. Now, I guess we'll pipe this in. We'll keep it the Masters talk just for a short bit. Toy Habits has, like, for what I collect, they are just the place to seem to go. They really got it. So here, this popped up. I saw this when I was looking for something else, and that is Duplico, which would be part of, I guess, Sunman, maybe? I don't know anything about this. But to have new Masterverse figures, this Hasbro G.I. Joe, this is what we definitely want to see. New characters in the line. This guy like holding an Uzi. Yeah, it looks like an Uzi from something from like from the Rambo days. The Rambo line, doesn't it? Oh, that's not an Uzi. So anyway, I don't really know anything about this. I just happened to see it pop up, so I'm definitely excited. I love this. I love the fact that it's cheap. I think it's great if you have young kids to play with. So anyway, but what I did want to talk about quickly was, here I hit the back button and everything goes slow. So you guys know how it goes here. But anyway, I did want to talk about. I gotta start marking off some stuff, because let's see here. So we all have seen the Python Patrol figure that has popped up. So we got the Python Patrol figure. It's been leaked. I think we all knew something like this was going to come. And now there is rumors of Tiger Force Roadblock. Frankly, I could care less. I don't need a Tiger Force Roadblock. But if things continue the way that they have been, there's usually 3 in a wave for these Tiger Force Python Patrol Target exclusives. So who do you think you guys might be the third figure if, let's say, he is the second of the 3? Now, there's a bunch of different ones that I know a lot of people can go with. Here, Matthew says, like, Tiger Force Flint. But I just had an idea, and I doubt this would happen. But I heard someone else talking about it, and it didn't even dawn on me because I really didn't watch the cartoon all that much. But what if they dropped this armored Cobra Commander as the third figure? He would actually fit with the Python Patrol, because if I remember correctly, he was the one that actually created him. I think that would be absolutely awesome to drop an original figure, because we already have 4 Joes and 3 Cobras, and they're all troop builders. So what if you dropped this figure? So now you have a commander. And then the other figure that I would assume that they would maybe go with is a Python Patrol Crocmaster, because now you get another $45 figure. So I don't know. It was just something that I thought someone else had mentioned, that now that we have Python Patrol, it gives us a reason to give us battle armored Cobra Commander, which I always did like. I really do think it's really cool. But I think that would be actually pretty cool if they drop something like that. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not reporting any rumors. I'm not doing anything like that. So I don't want anyone to think that's where we're going. I'm not a news organization. I'm not breaking G.I. Joe news. If I have something, I might pass it on. But I'm only going to pass on stuff that I am absolutely 100% sure of. But anyway, I don't know how you guys were thinking about something like that. I thought it'd be something pretty cool. Just kind of break up everything that we're getting. And I mean, as cool as these are, listen, there's so many figures coming out. I don't know if I can continue to army build figures, because like I mentioned, if you have one of each figure, you're already starting to army build Cobra Troopers. Palpatine is in the house. He was the first channel member. I don't know if he was in when I was talking earlier, but as I mentioned, if you join the channel, you're the 99 cent. Like he's at the 99 cent. So because I haven't set up the Discord to do, when I drop the videos, like I said, I'll do them ahead of time. One will go out the next morning, but I'll probably have 2 done at a time. They will be up there, so you'll be able to see it till they go live. So as soon as they're done, if you have a membership, you guys get to check it out. So, but hey, what does it matter? I mean, if you guys are willing to wait, you're willing to wait. And you know that when I do my reviews, I don't get them for free. No one is shipping them to me. No one's making. As a matter of fact, I swear I get the Valiverse last. I swear I get them last. Every single one. It seems like I get them last. Like maybe Bobby's seen the videos and he's like, you know what? This guy's getting them last. It just seems that way. Considering my buddy down the street who keeps lending me stuff to review, I think he's supposed to have them tomorrow. He got his shipping notice the day before. So, Ford is in the house. I started thinking out my other collections. To make more room for Joe's. All Legends gone. But you know what? It's getting harder and harder as more Joes come. Obviously, the Action Force that I collect. I know I'm a hater, but I'm actually collecting it. Chaz wants some free shit. All right, well, that's next week. All right, that's next week, and I can tell you right now, I think we have 53 people already in the raffle, the Wheel of Names. So we'll see if there's 53 people here. I'm willing to bet we're going to have more people in that wheel than are here. So I'm not going to lie. I'm hoping that I get to spin it a few times, removing names and chucking them into the recycling bin because it's just fun. It just seems like a lot of fun to do. So, all right. So that was the quick talk about the G.I. Joe Python Patrol. Now I want to talk about, if you're on my Instagram, you would have seen it. And this is all due to Baldylocks reviews. If you're not following him on YouTube, you need to. If you're not subscribed to his channel, you need to. He gets figures early because he knows people outside of the country, so he's getting stuff early. And he's doing some reviews, and he's doing some really good reviews. I like his reviews. I think when I was on with A Toy Kind of Mood, he pretty much said, hey, if I have a half hour to drive in a car, I'm going to turn you on, Lawrence. If I want to decide whether or not to buy the figure right away, I'm going to check out Baldylocks here. Hey, there's no doubt. I ramble on, but I think you guys enjoy that. That's what you guys are here for, right? So anyway, let's see here. Big Bacon, what do you have to say? I honestly don't remember if I put my name in. You did. We'll be looking at it in a little bit, but if I remember correctly, you definitely did. So anyway, no, excuse me there. Anyway, I happened to shoot Baldylocks a message because something had popped up on YouTube, and I just wanted to ask him a question. And then he said, "Hey, I might have something else coming." So he drops this video. But as soon as he told me, I went and did what he said. He goes, I got a notification on from FedEx over the weekend that something from Hasbro is about to ship. And I went and looked, and the only thing that it is that it lines up with the Sky Striker. So if you haven't gone to my Instagram, you will see I went and checked mine, and here it shows you that it is about to it's getting ready to ship. And by the way, GI Zen, if you're not following him on Instagram, you need to. So I put him in it. Listen, if you ever find something out from someone, you take someone's stuff, make sure you give them credit. I mean, I would be a total douchebag if I talked to, Baldylocks here, and he kind of gave me this heads up, like, hey, dude, if you have FedEx Manager, the app, check it out. And I went and did it, and I ran with, trying to do some sort of story. Like, I'm not trying to be a news channel. It doesn't really mean anything to me. So anyway, if you do look, if you have the FedEx tracker, look it up. If you didn't order the Sky Striker, then don't bother, because it's not going to be there because you're not getting one because you waited. For me, hey, I don't know if you guys know this. I have my childhood USS flag, and it needs to land on it. So I am definitely looking forward to this. What can I say? And since I am here right now, for all of you guys that keep getting the delays, I was actually pretty proud of this meme. So since it's sitting right here, I I made my own meme. You've probably seen I made a bunch of different memes. I'm no Chaz. I'm no Chaz. But hey, you know what? It kind of made me laugh. And what was kind of funny is that I went looking for like pictures of Tiger Force out back here, and then I remembered I have a whole bunch of them on my phone from when I did other memes of us waiting for him. So anyway, listen, the Python Patrol officer, he is showing up. So, and it looks like they nerfed Pop Finder. So if you're using Pop Finder, you know, you got to back off it for a little bit because right now it doesn't look like anything is showing up. Let's see here. Chaz says the Sky Striker is fake news until I hear it from the island. Well, should I? Yeah. So the island, you know, he man, it's for you guys. You guys, that poor guy. You have beat him down. Should I post a meme? Yeah, anyway. I have to go look for it right now, but I did make another meme. I think I'll post it later on. And Perceived Velocity. How's it going tonight, gentlemen? Again, I've seen you in a bunch of different live streams also. I'll tell you what, there is such a good network of so many of you guys. It's awesome. So anyway, since we're talking about the Sky Striker, who has it ordered? How many of you guys ordered the Sky Striker, the HasLab Sky Striker? Just give me a hell yeah. Just want to see a little show of hands here. Come on, there's 32 people in here. I know Chaz ordered it, right? It's kind of weird because I look over here. If I'm looking over here at the tablet to see how everything's going, I'm delayed, but the chat isn't. So, all right. So look at this. Look at all these people. I got Rich Murphy. He has 2. Woodman has 1. Baldy Locks, I know he has it. McCloutig. I know I'm calling that. Yes. Big Bacon. Hell no. Look at this. Hell yeah. Look at this. Okay. So then the question is, how many of you have your childhood USS flag to land it on? I guess I'll probably be the one raising. Listen. That and WrestleMania 3 are my two. Those are my 2 claims to fame. Anyway, yeah, I can't wait to do the review. I haven't even figured out how I'm not even figuring out how I'm gonna do it. It's absolutely crazy. Tony, sorry about your Cowboys, but Tony got a big laugh out of my my Viper Island meme that I had posted just a little while ago on someone's. I'll post it later on. I think it's a little bit more funny than other people. Who knows? Yes, that USS flag. Listen, it's I know a lot of people will say you seem to be bragging, but what can I say? I have a USS flag. I have my USS. I used to play with it with my own Sky Striker. Now I got a new Sky Striker. Well, I will soon. Anyway, no, I'm looking forward. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do the review. I thought about maybe I'll do a small live unboxing of it just to show you guys how everything comes. But I think enough people have seen that. I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to do it, but I think I'm going to break it up into parts because I definitely will be showing the difference, comparing it to the 85 Sky Striker and then the 25th anniversary Sky Striker. So I definitely want to do that, show the differences. Again, the whole channel was really started on comparing the O-ring figures to these other figures, and obviously it's grown much since then. Matter of fact, speaking of growing, we hit over 1,500 members. So I think I was able to monetize, hit the 1,000 membership right at the end of October. So in 3 months. So November, December, and January, 500 more subscribers. And the best thing about all the subscribers is they are earned subscribers. Not one has been bought. Sure, I'm sure there's a few family members and friends that aren't into the toy industry or into toys, but for the most part, since the beginning, it has been a hard build of picking up subscribers and people that enjoy the channel. And I say thank you to every single one of you. I'm eventually going to have to do a nice, I have to do a video to say thank you to so many people that have helped. And it's little things that people have helped that mean so much when you don't know what the hell you're doing. Yes, I am streaming the G.I. Joe movie for subs. And then I'm going to brag about all the subs that I get. Oh, Michael Thompson, thank you very much. Yeah, like I said, it's, everything. It's, you can go back and watch my early videos and you just go, wow, those are awful. But I leave them up there because anyone that wants to start a channel, start a YouTube. YouTube's big. Like, it's big enough for all of us if you want to do it. But just go back. You want to see some really awful videos. Yeah, they're pretty hilarious. As in hilariously just awful. So anyway, that's the Sky Striker talk. Let's see here. There was some Super 7 I wanted to kind of mention. So Super 7 now, I guess, has mentioned that they are looking at Matthew, I know you watched the Full Force redacted things. 40 people watching right now. Everyone smash that like button. I'm just going to continue to say that because I want to see if we can get the see how many we can get. Because obviously we want to grow. Maybe eventually we can do a giveaway on the live stream with people that are here. So, but anyway, so Brian Flynn, not my favorite owner of a toy company, and a guy who I do believe tends to lie. I believe he said that Wave 1 of G.I. Joe should be at his warehouse March 11th, something like that. And he's nice enough to say that he's not going to put out the fourth wave until the first wave is in people's hands. That's very nice of him. But I'm wondering if they're going to look anything as bad as what they've put out. What is it? You have that Andre the Giant. If you haven't seen that, it looks awful. And Kyle, I don't remember Kyle's last name. He does reviews. I think he gets a lot of stuff from Super 7. A lot of followers. I'm sure you guys have subscribed to him. Decent reviewer. Bad dresser, in my opinion. But hey, you know what? To each their own. He even talked about it, and he doesn't really say too much bad about anything. I think he gets stuff from Super 7. That face is awful. That Andre the Giant is absolutely awful. It looks like Jason Fitz. He's obviously seen it, right? Horrible. And then you've seen those the Power Rangers. They look awful. So I dumped those Super 7 G.I. Joes because I had them from Big Bad Toys. I'm definitely hoping. And listen, and my personal thing, I want them to be awful. I want to laugh at them. I want to see them and just laugh. But for the people that actually spent their hard-earned money, I hope they look good. I wouldn't trust anything anything that Super 7 is doing. So if you do have them on pre-order and from Big Bad Toys or Entertainment Earth, they carry them too, I believe, right? Be cautious, man. Just be cautious. I'd wait till those first reviews. Also, I think we all know Super 7 stuff just goes down super, super quickly. Give me 1 second, because guess who's at the door? That's right. You'd think that there was 2 other kids in the house, but I guess there's not. It's just myself. All right. Let's come back in. All right, come up here, buddy. Come on, say hi to everyone. Come up here. Come on. There he is, making his appearance. And we really need to do like see how many times he shows up, because God knows he shows up all the time. All right, go sit down. All right, I can't do nothing. All right. Do you want to go outside? All right. Hey, let me go yell for one of my kids to let him out. Oh, all right. Okay, so let's see here. I'm just quickly reading through the comments here. Who wants to go out?
Well, I mean, he comes in your room anytime.
Well, I know that. But I'm actually live. Everyone's now listening to me talk to you.
Okay, but he's pouting.
Roman, you want to go outside? All right, just leave. Now he just went and laid down on my bed, and he's like pouting when she comes in here. Dogs, they're like kids. They're just like kids. I pout. You heard him bark when I said he wanted to go out, right? Now he's pouting on the bed, and he's like, "Oh, there's another 2 hours I got to doing this, right?" Just listen to this guy ramble on. Anyway, listen, hey, I love the dog. If he could sit in here, but he whines. It's awesome. Yes, it's never a dull moment here. And hey, I have both kids here right now. So usually I just have my son. I have both kids here, this week. It's just crazy. But anyway, so quick look here. Diamond's life. I haven't seen you here. Super 7 lacks articulation. If you mean lacks, as in it has none, you are correct. There's many statues. Some of them used to look really good. So where was that? So see, here's the whole thing. They look really nice in what he's shown us, but everyone is learning right now from that Andre the Giant. It looks awful. The Andre the Giant looks nothing like it. I don't have anything up here, unfortunately. It's one of the things I kind of missed when I was trying to set things up. But yeah, they look wonderful from what he's showing, but these Power Rangers look absolutely awful. And then the Andre the Giant looks awful. It's just, and I've had 5 of them. I have the SDCC bat. That thing, a piece broke on it because God forbid I tried moving it. Yeah, so Mr. B is a cat person. We all make mistakes. I'm just messing with you. But I'm not. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I hope for anyone that ordered them. But I'll tell you what, I'll say this again. Geek Dead Life has been talking about it. I believe Toy Anxiety, they've been saying it. It's almost ridiculous to buy Super 7 Ultimates at full price right now, because in 2 months, like all those turtles, they're like $35. And he's raising his prices. He raises prices on those, on the reaction. 5 points of articulation. That should be $5. How about $1? How about $1 for every point of articulation? No, even 2. And so we have. But anyway, so I guess Super 7 they should be coming. He hinted at a few things. He hinted at a few things that are going to be coming for G.I. Joe that have never been made. He hinted that he was going to make a hiss, and then the HasLab dropped, and he probably looked and said, "Oh, my hiss was going to be like $700, so I'll just wait on it." It would have been $450. Let's be honest. $700 exaggerating. It would have been at least $450, just like the Thunder Tank. 45 people are watching right now. I'm pretty sure that is the record. Yeah, so Matthew here believes it might be the Cobra Temple. I just wonder how much. He talked about it being expensive. He talked about it being really, really expensive, and I definitely think that could be it. Because he said it's something that's never been made before. The other thing that I'm thinking is the big airplane that Cobra uses. Because he said it wouldn't be as big as a USS Flag. He said it'd be about 3 to 4 feet long. And that fits in line with that giant Cobra plane at the beginning. But what do you do with that? You can't. I mean, can you even hang that? I mean, you'd have to have that supported really nicely. And he specifically did talk about how, is it enough to get O-ring, like people that collect O-rings to want it? Because that's what, in my opinion, that's what he needs to do. He changed the foot pegs on his reaction figures only for G.I. Joe. Makes no sense. But anyway, again, not a big fan of the guy. But I'm also not going to send him nasty emails and then wonder why he doesn't respond to me. We're going to get into that in a little bit. Well, I did. All right. So, so I did see something on, let's see here. This just made me laugh, and I thought I wanted to share it. I think it was on, okay, here it is. So pipe this in here. Add this to the stream. So Mattel Films and Warner Brothers announced J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot will produce a Hot Wheels live action motion picture. Isn't that the fucking Fast and the Furious? I mean, honestly. Well, how do you do a Hot Wheels live action movie? It's cars. How many car movies have there been? So how are they going to do a Hot Wheels? I mean, seriously. This makes absolutely no sense. Now, with that said, I said, how do you do a Battleship movie? And I thought Battleship was actually a pretty entertaining movie. But how do you do a Hot Wheels movie? I mean, isn't that the Fast and the Furious? Souped up cars. See, J.J. Abrams, though. Hey, listen. I'm not a huge J.J. Abrams fan. I do like his Star Trek movies. But then they let him touch Star Wars, and he just completely was a disgrace. Wait, do you like the Super 7 guy or not? Like I said, he's a skateboarding. He's a punk rocker. He seems like a POS. Though he makes you seem like you really want to like him. I swear. It's Jar Jar. Oh, it's Jar. I'm sorry. Jar Jar Adams. Abrams. I'm sorry. Jar Jar Abrams. I can't say that now. Like, it doesn't sound right. Jar Jar Abrams. What was this? I'm sorry. They're making what? I honestly like. I don't know how you do a Hot Wheels movie. It makes seriously no sense to me whatsoever. All right, so that was that. There was something else that I wanted to get into. These things here, I know they're up on Big Bad Toy Store. I'm not a big monster person. It's from Boss Fight Studios, but there is something about this figure that I believe I definitely will be pre-ordering, or just ordering, just picking them up when I see them in the store. Here's Globulus the female version. This is like a gender bender, so I can get it right. I don't want to see Cobra Law. I don't want to see Cobra Law in the live stream. I don't want to see Cobra Law made and classified. But I thought this is like pretty cool. I know a lot of people aren't into 4-inch figures. I can't say I'm a big fan of this one with like 3 arms, but it does look pretty cool. And I don't know about this. Yeah. That one's too creepy to have in my house. But I really, really, really like this one. So it was just something. Oh, and this one was, yeah. So I guess this one would actually be globalist because it doesn't have the bottom piece here. But I think they're pretty cool. Super 7 just emailed. Super 7 just emailed me about a sponsorship. You got a hold of my email, huh? I'm not taking sponsorships right now. Although if you want to join the membership, I'm more than happy to do what I can to make it up to you and become a member. Join. And the little thing pops up here and tells me I got a new member, and then you click it and it shows up. It's actually pretty cool, to be honest. And then you get a little icon. Anyway, so that's it. I wanted to quickly go over those. I don't know. They kind of grabbed me, just like the Sorozoric Warriors, which should be coming out soon. Anyone else? And the Sorozoric Warriors. Here, let me get off of this quickly, and I will look them up. I know I talked about them before, but right now we have. How many people do we have here? We got 48 people in the stream right now, so I guarantee you there's got to be some new people. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to the live stream, jump on here. Say, hey, me, new. We love the banter. You're going to enjoy. I think you're going to enjoy listening to me ramble on about stuff. It seems to be going good. Like I got a little notepad now. I'm figuring out how to do things, stay on track. As more and more people come in, it's hard to read all the comments. Oh, and look at this. This is the latest. So here is the latest channel member, OG Hedda, aka Digital Diarrhea. Honestly, that name is awesome. You just need to go with Digital Diarrhea. So since you weren't here at the beginning, I mentioned earlier that all the channel members, any channel member with a 99-cent or up, since I haven't gotten around to doing the so now I can't think of it again. Someone help me. What was I? Anyway, since I haven't finished the $4.99 one, I talked about doing. I'm gonna give, once I finish up the videos, since they will be posted in there, they'll be up there to see. So I'm getting all 4 Valiverse women in. I'm gonna get them up there, get the videos done. Boom. So you'll be able to see them before anyone else, before they go live. And so some of them might be up there for a day or two because I drop 1 a day. I don't drop like 2 or 3 in a day. 7 o'clock in the morning, that's when all the videos have been going out. Seems to be doing really well for me. Seems like a good time. So I'll probably do 2 at a time. And again, there's a good chance the Sky Striker will be up. So again, but that's just going to be until I can get everything kind of set up with the $4.99 deal. Again, trying to give you guys some good content. I don't want people just buying a channel membership and I'm not giving you guys something. So anyway, let's get on. We're done with the stupid Hot Wheels. So quickly, we'll get into the Valiverse. And, I didn't. Oh, wait a minute. No, I was going to talk about. So we're talking about the Sorozoric Warriors. Let me pull this up really quick here. So did anyone else get the Sorozoric Warriors? By boss fight. So these things should be popping up anytime. I pre-ordered them. I don't even collect dinosaur stuff, but there's something about them that said, I want these. We'll pipe it in really quick here. Right to the stream. So these figures here. the Sorzork Warriors. I'll tell you what, it'll probably be a trip for you guys just to listen to me try and pronounce some of their names. But anyway, these things are pretty cool here. So I see a couple new people here. Let's see here. Here we got Gaslands Mechanic. Right, did I say that right? And then we have Keith Coleman, who says greetings from Tennessee. And then Not So Super Mario. I did put you into the drawing, so don't worry. Next week, you will definitely be in the drawing. But yeah, I definitely made sure your name got in there. I remember the Not So Super Mario and your little icon. So, but anyway, these things are actually pretty cool. I guess we'll see after I get the first wave how much I like them. But I just got sidetracked. But hey, you know what you're here for. You know what you're going to get when you come here. And look, here he is, Ash. That's right. I'm hoping that this is named Ash after my dog just like burped in his sleep. I hope this is Ash after Evil Dead, but I'm not sure with the little guy here. Anyway, Big Bad Toy Stores, Monster Force for sure thing. Some of the figures are awesome. I don't know. I think it is. I don't think it's a crowdfunding thing. Like their what is it? What did they have? The Christmas figures that they had. So yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be like that. I think it's set. Now whether it comes out on time, I mean, don't get me wrong. As much stuff that seems is going to be coming out, I'll be happy to hold off for a little bit. That's for sure. So this was the other thing that I wanted to quickly go over is the Mafax Captain America and Winter Soldier. I don't know if anyone else. I'm not getting these. I would like to, because this is my favorite Captain America outfit from the movies. Some of them look like some of the faces seem to look really, really good. Or maybe it's just the angles, but I love the suit. I don't remember. Did he have the blue shield? Like when I don't know when the. Yeah, Matt. I know. I was gonna mention that. I was gonna mention that, Matt. Don't worry. But this looks awesome. Like, but am I willing to spend $200 to have these two, go at it? That's hard to say. And then you have the Winter Soldier, and now for $105. Listen, if I'm gonna complain about a $25 figure with bent guns, hell, you better believe I'm gonna make a comment about a $105 figure that only comes with knives. So that makes no sense to me whatsoever. Backwards, Disney does not have they don't have an issue with guns. That is DC. That is solely a DC thing, and that's the reason why all those McFarlane figures, none of them have trigger fingers. None of them have guns anymore. The Winter Soldier that just came out, that I got last year, I guess now. They have a bunch of guns. A lot of their figures don't need guns. You figure they're superheroes. There's not a lot of guns, but that is a DC thing. That's not a Disney thing. I shave my head again. You guys didn't know that. But anyway, I think these things look really good. But I do have an issue that I don't have. That you're not getting guns for $105. He has a specific, especially in this, he has a specific gun that he uses, which is absolutely awesome. So, that's that. So, all right. So we'll get this off here, and then I will pull up Valiverse. I probably should have pulled this one up sooner. So, as many of you have seen, the Valiverse Series 3 is out. It is hitting right now. Ooh, look, CP Toys Collection. Hey, I know we were talking about this. I think you mentioned something, asking what time. So I was glad to see you actually in here. I hope you didn't come thinking the giveaway was today. It's next Monday. But don't worry, you're going to stay for a little bit and you're going to enjoy it like everyone else has. I mean, we got 48 people in here right now, and I'm stoked because we've been like sitting at like 21, 22. Obviously, putting that thing in for the giveaway, I think it definitely has helped to push out, hey, you know what? Let's watch this guy. Maybe he's an idiot. Maybe he's not. Either way, next week he's giving away Snake Eyes, which we will talk about very shortly. Again, if you're new to the stream here, if you're new to the live stream, let me explain something to you. We start at 9. We finished probably about 11:30. So it's 2 hours of me sitting here, and at least an hour and a half into it, I have to go to the bathroom. And I'll just deal with it. So anyway, I do have these figures inbound. Last I checked, they were in Ohio. And they're supposed to be here Wednesday. So then I will get the videos, I'll get them up and going. What I am going to do is I'm going to drop a poll, and I'm going to let you guys decide the order of the videos that I drop. So just quickly, so you know, in the community, I'll drop a tab with the poll. If you want Pandora, Eclipse, Steel Brigade, or Kill Switch, whichever one you vote on, whichever one has the highest, that's going to be the first one that I do. And I'm just going to go down. That's how I will do it, because I have a feeling Pandora is going to be the one that everyone wants to do right away. I've already seen some things where people said she doesn't look like the production. It wouldn't be the first time a Valiverse doesn't look like the production. Here's what I'm going to say. You want an honest review, you're going to get it from me. I hope you guys realize that already. You're going to get the honest review from me. I will not be throwing my figures on the ground to show you that they can land on concrete. I don't get stuff for free. I'm not part of their group. If you watch, you kind of figure out who is part of the cliques. It's becoming truly like wrestling. Like everyone has their own little cliques. So look at this. You guys are already voting. So backwards is saying Kill Switch. Matthew is saying Eclipse. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I think Eclipse looks really nice. I already quickly saw someone post something that they're like, I can't unsee it. But we'll see. There's already reports that they're really stiff. And there's reports that, not reports, we've seen pictures that the ankles are already breaking. So as you know, I mean, I'll get the figures in, and when I open them up, you're going to see it. Like, it's not going to be, hey, you know what? Yep, Bees Battleground. He did reviews on 2 of them already. Him and I were talking earlier. Again, he's going to come up a little bit later. Bees, if you don't follow Bees Battleground, he does really good videos, really good reviews too. Again, so many reviewers, a lot of good reviewers out there. To me, I don't watch a lot of reviewers because I like my own style. And I feel like I have a different style than a lot of different people. But he's one of the other people that isn't afraid to say what he thinks. And he's very honest about stuff, which I think that's what you need to be. But unfortunately, I don't think we're really getting this. We're not getting this when it comes to specific brands. And not just to pat myself on the back, but, like I said, that if I review it, I'm going to be honest. I don't like it. But hey, I'm spending the money on these figures. So you gotta figure I like them. In series, not series 3, but the special deployment series, top notch. That plastic is perfect. I had no issues with heating. So this scares me because the reports of these things, are really stiff. The ankle's breaking just being in the box, and I've had, I've had the issue with uh, the Night Ops Steel Brigade, which nobody wants to talk about for some reason. I don't know. So many people had an issue with that, and the Delta Trooper. I had the Swarm break. So a lot of different things, a bunch of different hands break and different things like that. But as I was talking to Bees Battlegrounds earlier, when people continue to complain about Valiverse and Series 1, well, I understand he's one guy that is actually taking into consideration what he sees needs to change, and he's fixing it. So if you've only held and only dealt with the Series 1 of Valiverse, and that's what you're basing things on, those things were produced over a year ago. His plastic, everything he does is 10 times better now. Because a lot of those Series 1s, they have a McFarlane feel. A lot of clicking, hard plastic. So, right here, Michael Thompson, listen. When you say that's why I watch your reviews, honest, tell the bad with the good, that means everything. Like, that means that what I'm saying is coming off the way that I want it to. By the way, thank you for accepting me on Facebook. Oh, dude, for sure, man. I'm trying to grow the Facebook group page, and if you're a good contributor, I want everyone on here, man. Like, and I'm not one of those people that has an issue with, like, if you have a channel and you want to promote, like, I don't like people doing it on the live stream. I'm not a fan of people coming in on on someone else's live stream and like, hey, watch my live stream, watch my reviews. If you reference it, that's cool, but I'm not a big fan of people constantly like referencing their live streams on someone else's. And I've watched enough videos on growing YouTube channels where they're like, that stuff doesn't work. It actually drives people away. But I am looking to see the different size of these figures compared to the classified figures. But yeah, so I'm very interested to get them in hand. The women look badass as hell. Warm up the face, guys. You won't be sorry. So, well, that's the one thing, again, what you're going to see, obviously, when I do my reviews is that I don't warm the figures up. But I take my time feeling them. And if I feel they need to be warmed up, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to stop the camera and I'm going to warm them up because, listen, I'm not a fucking superhero, man. If I break it, I'm the one that breaks it. I'm the one that's stuck in it. I'm not going to be one of those stubborn guys, but I want people to see exactly if they need to warm it up or they don't. And, like with Serpentor, I stopped and I'm like, I'm going to warm this thing up because guess what? This thing is going to break. TJ Singh. Hey, bro. Cheers from India. Love your videos. Keep them coming. Thank you very much. I definitely will be. Hey, Noom 842. Nice to see you guys. It's nice seeing everyone, man. Anthony. It's like 33 degrees here. It wasn't even windy. Didn't even feel bad today. It was almost t-shirt weather, man. Yeah, it's like t-shirt weather. So anyway, so these are gonna go. I'm gonna have a poll up there. You guys can decide. And again, I'll be probably doing 2 a night. So there'll be one sitting there for a day. So like I said, you join any membership tier, you get early access to the video until it goes live. All right. So let's pull this out. And the next thing that I wanted to talk about was, so we got to the Boss Fight Studios. We got the Mafax. You know what's going to happen. We get through everything, and then we just start talking. So Valiverse is talked about. Oh, again, honest reviews, but I won't be throwing figures around to show you how tough they are. Hey, listen. Michigan hits like 35, 40 degrees in the winter. and there's no clouds and it's sunny and there's no wind, man, you're like walking to your car in a t-shirt. It feels actually pretty good. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. And since you, I believe you said, are like the whitest Mexican, you'd be good here. You'd be okay. You'd survive. So let's get into the original topic. The original topic was supposed to be, the original topic was supposed to be how, like, do I influence you with my reviews? And I want everyone to understand, I don't want to influence anyone into buying something. That is not what my intent is. And yes, there's a lot of guys on here doing this that they are trying to influence people to or not to buy stuff. And to me, that's not what I want. So I think it might have come off wrong when I put that poll up. But I just wanted to know, like, and I looked at the poll and it seems like a lot of people have been influenced by what they've seen, or just their opinion has been like confirmed, because it really all started with the Valiverse. I had already started doing videos, but my buddy Greg was like, hey, you know what, if you want to review them before you order them, do it, you know. Your mustache influences me. Hey, let me tell you something. This is the first time I've ever had a mustache. And I did it before Top Gun, so don't think that it was because of Top Gun. Yeah, this is the first time. I've always had a goatee because I can't grow a beard. And if I shave all my facial hair off, I look really, really young. So anyway, the original topic was just whether or not, but the videos influence you. If they give you an informed decision on, yes, I'm going to order this figure, nope, I'm canceling it, or I was on the fence, I'm going to order it, or just, hey, you looked at it and you said, I don't diet. I don't diet. When it goes gray, it goes gray. Same with this up here. See? So you can't see it, but there's a lot of gray in it. It'll be shaved soon. It'll be baked really soon. Once it gets to be a little bit warmer. See, my company made a mistake. Once they started letting us wear hats that had their logos on it, I'm the only one that wears it. Now I have no reason to have hair. So, but like I said, I was just interested to see if I do influence you guys, and not in a bad way. Just educating you guys on if it's something you want to invest time and money into, because that's what I'm really looking to do. Is I definitely want people to make an informed decision, because no one wants to spend $32 on a figure and find out it's trash, but you've listened to everyone else that told you it was absolutely awesome. So let's see. Cobra Law says he is way behind listening, but my Sky Striker is still sitting at Pulse. Evidently, it's not January 12th, the ship day on Pulse. So if you have FedEx and you look at it, it says that it's preparing to ship tomorrow. So it should start shipping tomorrow. That's what it looks like. I have a feeling they packaged them all up and they're going to have a big old FedEx truck coming. They're just going to load them all up and here they go. Chaz is actually in California, so I'm assuming he should have it before the rest of us. All the people in California. And people maybe in New Mexico. But I don't see articulated Chad here. So anyway, so that was supposed to be the original topic, and obviously there's not many people talking too much about it, so I guess it's not even that big of a big deal. And if you look at my personal Instagram, again, if you guys are interested, a punk with toy. That's my toy one. Punk rock skate dad. That's my personal one. You will see me going from having 10-inch long hair to when I bick it and it's completely bald. So I did like 4 shots of it. But I've always shaved my head since I was a kid, and then I'd grow it out, I'd shave it, grow it out, shave it. But you become an adult and you got to do like adult things that have like real jobs and stuff like that. All right. So anyway, we're going to talk about more stuff after this. We're going to get into the giveaway. But I quickly want to go over, and we've talked about this before, but this has really come up. There's 3 different things that have come up now. 3 different things have come up now. And it is how, if you want to address something in the toy industry, and we're going to use names. Let's say Emily from the G.I. Joe team. Or you want to address someone on the Marvel team, or Patrick on the Star Wars team, or anywhere else. Listen, if you have something you want to address to them, ideas, that's one thing. Send an email. Understand your email probably means nothing to them, unless if it's maybe a complaint about how something is broken or different things like that. If you want to tell them this is where they need to make their figures, they don't have that. They don't make that decision. There is not one boardroom, one meeting that Emily or Patrick or I can't think of the 2 guys from Marvel Legends. There's not one meeting that they've ever been in that said, yeah, we should continue to make our products in China. And they said, oh, that's good. That's cool. Like it doesn't matter. They can say they want it made in the US, Mexico, Canada. It doesn't matter. That's above their pay grade. They don't make that decision. So badgering them about where like the figures are made. And this goes back to, if you go back in Dwight and Ryan and Dan. I didn't want to refer to them as something because it kind of goes back to that guy looking like an ass too after what he said. So Dwight, Dan, and Ryan. Now, Dwight is the designer. He's the Lenny of their division. Ryan and Dan are both marketers. I don't know why they have 2. I think they obviously do 2 different things. But anyway, if you contact Ryan and Dan, Emily, Patrick, telling them that they need to move their stuff out of China, there's nothing they can do about it. There's absolutely nothing they can do about it. The products are made in China because one thing, it's cheap. Let's be honest. They are probably paying all those kids there that are making our figures $1 a day. They're 12 years old. That's why some of them are loose and shit. I mean, if I was 12 years old making $1 a day, I probably wouldn't be too happy either. But the infrastructure is there. Bobby has talked about it from Valiverse. He's talked about it numerous times, and he said there's no one in the U.S. that does this. It's not that no one could do it. No one wants to invest the money into it. It's a huge infrastructure. And what people fail to realize about Hasbro, Mattel, McFarlane, these people are about making money. I know it's hard to believe. They're about making money. And so they give you a budget and you have to stay within that budget. Hence why we have all these repaints. I'm fine with. That's how you grow your budget for the next year. And you don't take from another brand to produce it. But on the Full Force, and if you went back and watched the Full Force, there was some dialogue. I was involved. Matthew was involved. And there was one guy. There's a few. There's more than one guy, but there's a few guys that just have a huge issue. People that hate Emily. I get it. You realize she's a marketing director. Like G.I. Joe is like the biggest brand going right now. People love it. It's winning toy line of the year, and people want to say, like she's not doing anything. Well, she's doing something. and Lenny is doing something with the designs and everything. So you'd have to watch it. I'm not going to get into who this was. You can figure it out yourself by watching it. So he said, if you'll watch my videos, I posted my chats that I had with them, which is never a good look. Because you're supposed to be taking you're taking these private chats and you're putting them in your YouTube videos. And I'm sorry, that's a bad look. Who's ever going to want to talk to you? So first he posted his emails to Hasbro, which guess what? Fell on deaf ears because Hasbro doesn't care that you're telling them that they shouldn't make stuff in China. That they need to make so many figures and sell them like this. They need to sell them at this price point. They have other people. And then he showed private messages. First to Emily. And first he started off talking to her nicely, but then to me it got more and more to the point where she was not responding because he was kind of being rude. And then he started sending her YouTube videos. And some of the YouTube videos were directly attacking her by, I can't think of his name. Matthew, help me out. And again, I'm not Elite Legend. So let's just say, and one of the things that he sent her was the pronoun one that Elite Legend did. Listen, if you're trying to get your point and trying to get points across to someone, I don't think that you want to send YouTube videos that are literally attacking them. And he says, there's some really good information in this. Listen, they know all the information. They do. And then he posted his stuff with Lenny and going back and forth with Lenny. He's long drawn out ones. And then you can see it all in his video. I'm not going to get into it here. You can go watch and figure it out if you want. The one thing that I found very funny about it was in his conversation with Lenny, he says, "Can I have your email address?" And Lenny's response was, "Why?" And then he proceeded to say how like I've sent stuff to the Hasbro and it's not getting through. Maybe you can send like, man, they're not. They don't care. And he continued to say, I have a non-disclosure. These guys have a non-disclosure. They can't talk about this stuff. So that was one thing that happened. Then there was the What's on Joe Mind. I don't know if you guys saw that, but someone had sent them stuff saying that they need to tell Carson and I forget the other guy that is doing Call Sign Longbow. So Carson is doing Operation Recall, and then the other guy, there's two guys doing Operation Longbow. And he starts going off saying, like, you need to tell them that they need to move their production out of China because China's going to go to war and then everyone's going to lose their money. And he just responded and was just like, I'm not going to tell them how to run their business. They know pretty much. Then he started getting aggressive with What's on Joe Mind, saying like, you speak for the Joe fans. You need to be doing this. If you're not going to do this, you don't have, he didn't say balls, but he referred to it in something. And then he referred to going to a Canadian, which I think he's talking more about Cook Island. Yeah. So yeah, Elite Legend, dude is a cool. Listen, I don't have a problem with his stuff. I really don't. Juan here says Elite Legends. I agree. But if Elite Legend is doing a video that's really ragging on her doing the pronouns, and again, I don't think pronouns have a place in this community. There's no need for it. Not how she was doing it. But we're beyond that. But why would you send a video like that to her when you're trying to get a point made? See, we're adults. We shouldn't be talking like this. Maybe we're called kidults, right? I love that term, kidults. I know everyone hates the kidults. I think I like it because so many people hate it. They get offended by it. I like kidults. And I'm like 5'4", so I'm like a kid anyway. But it was just one of those things. And then today, if you guys follow B's Battleground, he actually posted on his story on Instagram that says, like he said something like, "Show me where my $0 production video hurt you." And this guy just like after Bees did the one of his reviews on one of the females, this guy sent him a direct message, which I agree with most of what the guy was saying. But when you read it, you can't read it without being angry. All right. That's what's funny. You can't, like, when you read it, you're reading it in an angry voice because it's fucking hilarious. You're like, this guy is, you can hear, this guy is like, you can hear he's pounding. But the point is, we're adults here, man. Like, and again, obviously I rag on Super 7, but I'm also not sending the guy like email after email after email, ragging on him. Like, and then mad that he's not responding to me. Like, I've said a lot of stuff about Brian Flynn. I don't really care for the guy. Maybe he's a super nice guy. I think he's a liar. I really do. I don't, but I'm also not sending him stuff all the time and then being like, he won't even respond to me. Now I'm going to go and make a video about it. Well, how no he's going to respond to me because I've been an asshole to him. So let's see here. Smoking and posting never works out. Well, I'm straight edge, so I don't know, but I'm assuming it would be like drunk texting. Probably doesn't work out for the best. It doesn't. Bick. So I'm assuming you're talking about the Bees Battleground. Oh, Bees, I came back just in time. And him and I were having a conversation about it. And like I said, I agree with most of what the guy said. What was funny is that B didn't even say like some of the stuff the guy said, but when you read what he's saying, you're just going like, dude, this guy's angry, like angrily typing it. Like, you cannot, like, if you're not, first off, you need to be following B's Battleground. And just like once you see it, like you'll read through it and then you'll read through it again in an angry voice. Like you're yelling as you're fucking typing it, like going, man, this guy's angry. And I don't know why he's mad at, like as B said, my zero production video that I did. But it's absolutely hilarious. Like, it was just like, I had to send him a message. I'm like, wow, that guy's, I don't even know, like, that guy's just angry, man. So B's here, like he said, like, yeah, I get where he was coming from, but he only heard what he wanted to hear. And I agree. Because I was watching the videos and I'm like, I've talked to you. Like, I think you're one of the only other people that is really honest about Valiverse. And like you said, hey, he's not paying me. And again, even if someone was paying me, I want to be honest. Until I'm a spokesman for someone and it says sponsored by whoever, I'm going to give you honest opinions. But again, if it ever says I'm sponsored by Marvel, I'm sponsored by Valiverse, I have an action figure by Valiverse, then you can know that my opinion is not an honest opinion. All right? I'm just using an example. Just using an example. If you have a figure by Valiverse, you might not give honest opinions of it. Do my eyes roll? Like, does it show on the live stream? Yes, you got to throw your toys on the ground in order to. Listen, I think one of the funniest things talking with someone, I'm not going to say their names, was when they said about firing the guns at the ground. I'm just not going to say his name in case he doesn't want me to say it. But you know who you are. Again, listen, Good for you. These guys have gotten in with people. It's cool. But anyway, just going back to everything, like, listen, we're adults. We can bullshit about people. We can bitch about people. That's all fine and dandy and everything. When you start firing off emails to people, you're either saying you're not playing with the full deck, you're just a little sick in the head, or you're just a complete asshole. All right. I hope, because I love watching this guy, Jersey Maniac _collector. If you're not following him on Instagram, he's the angriest person in the world. Come on, Chaz, where are you to talk about Jersey Maniac? That guy is so angry, but he's hilarious. Now, if I find out that he's firing emails, then I'm gonna be like, all right, so the guy's a little off his rocker anyway, but he makes me laugh. He makes me laugh. So, Jersey Maniac _collector. You can also find him on my Instagram because I do follow him. So anyway, yeah. So that's it. I wanted to cover that. Like I said, it really boiled over the weekend, and when I was talking with someone else, they're like, I'm not even gonna give him the click. I'm like, listen, he's got like 27 views. It ain't gonna help him all that much. But I read through them, and again, if you're posting personal stuff on Instagram or on YouTube or on Instagram, it doesn't matter where it's at. No one's gonna talk to you because you're supposed to be having these private messages. Literally, you see it here, private messages. So once you throw stuff out there, then guess what? Like, no one is going to respect you. No one's going to listen to you. No one's going to talk to you. So anyway, I think that addresses that. I think we've discussed the whole Emily thing numerous times. I know people don't like her. Let's see. Juan Toys and Bricks. Articulate Ninja is the most good person in the YouTube community. Listen, I'm going to say something. It's not going to make people happy, and I'm not trying to start a fight or anything. My issue is that Articulated Ninja is the one that coined the term the Vala blind, because people just were blinded by everything they did. He gave honest reviews and people bashed him, and he said, hey, 90% of what I said was positive. It was one thing that I said, or two things. I think about the hands, I think maybe breaking, them not giving a weapon, right? And people bashed him. Unfortunately, it seemed like the moment Bobby and the 3POA start saying your name in a positive light on their show, their opinion changes. There's no longer this honest opinion. It's this total. It's just everything is just skewed to being completely positive. I like the Valiverse product. I buy the Valiverse product. I also speak out about things that I don't like about the Valiverse product. Same as I do with G.I. Joe and any other. Those are really the two brands that I'm picking up. But I do the same thing about all of them. I mean, I guess I could complain about, Motu Origins, but what the hell is you complain about? They're our old figures just with bending knees and elbow. So anyway, let's see here. Tony Romo, not the Tony Romo that annoys everyone when he does football. I mean, he made some really awful comment. Articulation is dope, and he's in the Valiverse D. Oh, and he's on the Valiverse D. It's okay though. I'm on the. Yes, you made that perfectly clear. You are a Valiverse. Can you guys give me 1 second? Because guess who now? Do you want to go outside? Oh, you want to go outside? So if I call Olivia, we go outside. All right. Hold on. All right. So now we will see if he actually goes. He wants to go out. Thank you. Hey, you love who? You love Roman, my dog, or you love Oh, you love Tony Romo. Yeah. Someone's got to love him, right? And since you guys have the same name, see, I'm gonna disagree with you. I disagree, but it's cool. Like we're allowed to have different opinions and not hate each other. It's crazy how that works. I really like the Valiverse figure, and I think Bobby does a wonderful job for the most part. And if you look at Series 1, and then you look at the Special Deployment Series, and listen, I have both Steel Brigades. Those figures are night and day. Other than them looking the exact same, they are completely different. You would have no idea that they were the same figure. It's like looking at two cars that are the same, but underneath the hood and the interior is night and day. So yeah, so this he's doing his own thing, and I'm the same way. Although a lot of the figures are loosely based off G.I. Joe figures. I know he has his own lore. And I know when, again, this is the type of stuff that blows my mind. I know when Zorana was announced, that people that were on Bobby's cock were like, oh, wow, they're copying off Pandora. And it's like, no, you didn't just say that. You did not just say that. And Articulated Chad has finally joined. I think he missed all the good talk. He missed the stuff about the O-Ring. The O-Ring Sky Striker, that should be here very shortly. So Chad, if you have the FedEx app, and I have to believe you probably do. By the way, if you guys don't have the FedEx app and you're not like a FedEx manager, you need to do that. You need to get your FedEx app and everything, because you'll see when anything starts shipping from FedEx, it just pops right up there, and you can redirect them on when you're not going to be there. You got to ship to your work. If you want to avoid your wife or girlfriend, finding out what you got. And Arthur has joined us. Good evening once again. I'm late, but I'm here. Question: can I post my hauls from like June of 2022? Do you know my situation somewhat? A little bit. Listen, I only answer questions from super chats. I'm just joking, dude. I'm just no, dude. Like, do you mean on the Facebook group page? Dude, post anything, Arthur. I know you had some health issues. I wasn't following everything. I think I became friends with you like during that. But yeah, like, dude, on the Facebook page, please, like, listen, that page is just supposed to be fun for toys, memes. Listen, I like memes, all right? And as long as they're not going to get like booted, as long as they're not racial memes, and they're not political memes, because I hate politics. Yeah, dude, post whatever you want. Listen, you want to talk about your story, please do. I forget who the guy was that pretty much. I feel bad saying it. He brought down the chat a couple weeks ago when he's like, my mom died when I was like 9, and it was like, like, came to a complete, like, dude, it's cool. Like, my mom died when I was 13, so I understand the connection. Like, oh, let's see. Let's see. Don't give my money to Petty. I'm assuming you're talking about Bobby. I have nothing to say. Like, that's your prerogative, and I can see why you would say that, because many, many times he comes off like that. So I understand why you would say that. I do think Classified copied Valiverse having removable magazines. I don't think Hasbro would have done that if it wasn't for Valiverse. But here's the whole thing: they're not the only ones that do it. And removal magazines aren't like it's not the be all end all. I do think that I'm sure they probably have seen some of the stuff since Bobby was an employee there. People know who he is because he specifically has gone after. He definitely has gone after Hasbro, and I don't think he likes Lenny. Like he's never said who he doesn't like on the GI Joe team, but he's really implied that he doesn't like Lenny. Now we know he doesn't like Dwight. He's made that perfectly clear. Although he gave Dwight credit, and then he gave a backhanded comment or backhanded compliment about the that he should have been put in charge of the Indiana Jones line because he loves Indiana Jones, and he even said he copied the bullets that are coming off the minigun that he's coming out, and he took that design from him. So anyway, I understand why people say that. I can't watch a lot of their stuff. It's like watching the 3POA, a lot of informative stuff, but eventually the comments just it's one big circle jerk. And I guess that's the best way to put it. And I guess that's to be understand. I mean, it's their stream. People might read through our stream and think the exact same thing and be like, "Oh wow, these guys," it's like that. Let's see here. Bees says, I think Valiverse proved the want in the collector community, and that springboarded a majority of lines up to their military. I mean, I do agree. But again, my thing is like anytime that G.I. Joe has done anything that Valiverse has done, people automatically say, "Oh, they're copying." Bazooka. Oh, they're copying their waist now. Like, dude, like the belly dancer waist has been around for a long time. Right? Bobby wasn't the first one to do it. Almost every Iron Man has it. The removable mags, I guess I could see, but how long has Gridiron Studios been doing removable mags? Anthony would know, right? I mean, how long have they been doing removable mags? And I do believe, maybe I'm wrong, and Anthony would be able to correct me. I thought that I heard the owner of Gridiron or one of the guys saying that they were in talks with Hasbro. And I'm only saying that because I thought I heard him say it on a YouTube video or channel, something like that. So I don't know if that's true. And I thought they said they were, which would be them really stepping up their game to have more realistic weapons, because Bobby has reached out to Mark II Toys to make all of his weapons. And Mark II Toys does some wonderful, wonderful stuff. The guy seems like a really good guy too. All right. So let's get into what next week is going to bring us. And that is the Snake Eyes giveaway. I think this is going to be really fun. And the way that I'm going to do it is that I'm hoping that there will be some people that won't be here. But hell, we got 46 people in right now. And if I look at the wheel of names right now, there's 53 entries. So maybe everyone that does enter will be in it. But that was definitely the thing that I wanted to change from the last time, because I think we landed one off of someone that was in the chat. Give me 1 second. I gotta go grab the dog here. I think he's sitting at my door. So, Roman, where are you? You want to come in here? Come on. All right. I can't play with you right now. All right. Yep. So he's here. Hi. All right. All right. I know. Everyone can hear you. I know. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. All right. It's okay. Everyone loves you. All right. You got to give me. Can you go sit down? Go lay down. All right, go lay down. All right. I love my dog. He like truly is like my best friend. You know what they say about like who loves you more, your dog or your girlfriend or your wife? And they say, put your girlfriend in the trunk, in your trunk for a couple hours and see how she acts when you open it, and put your dog in for an hour and open up and see how he acts. He's gonna love you, right? So dogs love you more than the women in your life. Arthur, how do you enter the contest? Okay, so I guess I should go over that. So if you're in here and you don't know how to enter the contest, because I can tell you there's a lot of names in here that I don't see, is you have to go to there's a I got a video, the Snake Eyes video. It's for the drawing. You just got to put your name in it, and then I will cut your name out, throw it in on the wheel of names, and then next week between the 10 and 11 o'clock hour, I'm gonna draw. Spin the wheel to see who wins. But you do have to be in the chat to win. That's the caveat. So you can enter ahead of time, but if you're not in the chat, and I'll give everyone any name that it lands on. I'm gonna give you one minute to come forward and say, "Oh, I'm here," because even though there's so many of you chatting right now, we know not everyone is chatting. There's not 44 people. By the way, everyone hit that like button. How many likes we got? Hey, you know what? I'm sitting right here. I can't refresh this. Everything's weird on the tablet. You know that? Everything is weird. So how many likes do we have, guys? Someone tell me how many likes we have. Makes me feel good to see that we're actually growing this. And it's weird. Every one of you has definitely helped grow this. So anyway, here's what we're gonna do. 53 likes right now. That is awesome. I don't even think we have 53 likes after it's gone live. So 53 likes. 55 right now. Look at that. This is all right. I love you guys are awesome. You guys are absolutely awesome. Oh, excuse me there. 57, 58. Wait, where are all these people coming from? All right. And you guys got second accounts? Hey, I don't care. As long as this stuff starts getting pushed out, listen, this channel, I hope this stream grows. And, I hope we get a lot of we get members, we get the super chats, we can absolutely grow everything. But it's just fun. It's fun. And it seems like I'm learning to do a show on my own, having notes, read some of the comments, and let you guys do your thing. Where the first few were just like me, just reading the comments, and it definitely gets, especially when you get so many people in here, you can't read all the comments. But let's get to the giveaway. Fortnite Snake Eyes. I ordered more than one. I don't know why. Sometimes we do stupid things, right? And I wanted to do a giveaway, but again, I got a few other figures. That I could give away, but I was like, it has to be something that's kind of special. I think people like the Fortnite Snake Eyes, but no one really wanted to pay the price for it. And I really don't blame anyone. It's pretty expensive, and you don't even get like G.I. Joe weapons. You get real weapons. You get Fortnite weapons. Although you do get the his sword. So you get his actual sword, but the figure looks absolutely awesome. So what we're gonna do is you go to the so go to the YouTube channel. Go to my channel. You find the Snake Eyes giveaway video. Watch it. Well, you don't even have to watch it, but watch it like it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It doesn't make any sense why you wouldn't be subscribed to the channel if you've been in here. But sometimes we forget. Sometimes we don't even realize my content's just popping up. So anyway, put your name in there. I'm going to add it up here. And this is what it's going to look like. So right now what we have is 53 people in it. So if you've ever watched Yes Have Some on Tuesday night. It's toy anxiety. Yes, have some. Okay. All right, Chad. I'll talk to you. I'm sure I'll talk to you soon. And you and I, we need to discuss doing something together. I know we talked about it, so let's figure something out shortly. So anyway, I always forget their name. I always forget how to say their name. Toy Anxiety. They used to do this thing where they would spin their names for the giveaway, and they'd say like, "All right, 6." So the first 6 people that they spin, they're losers. They get their name taken out, and then the 7th person is the one that wins the prize. And I think it's kind of funny. If you watch them, Ryan Dole is like laughing the whole time. They're calling him, "Hey, this is the first loser. This is the second loser." I don't want to steal someone's bit. I mean, that's their thing. And for us, we don't have, there's only so many people watching live. I want to give people more of a chance to enter and then go and hit the button to notify them. So maybe we can get more people watching. And again, I don't want just anyone watching. I want, you want the toy fans, because, having, mom and dad and sister and brother and cousin, like, if they don't really care, they're helping the numbers out, but they're not contributing. God bless all those people. So anyway, so here's what we're going to do. Again, this is me long-winded. That's what you came for, right? I know Anthony did. He said he loves it. It's nice to see Anthony here. He can't show up when they're playing football, though. I know, Anthony, I know you weren't here last week. I saw. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we'll spin here. And whatever name it lands on, that's normally how it wins. So, Daredevil Dave. So, is Daredevil Dave in the house right now? Is he watching? I know I've heard from him a bunch of times. I know because he is a fan of skateboarding. So, we're going to sit here and no Daredevil Dave. No Daredevil Dave. So, he can't win. He can't win. So we're going to remove Daredevil Dave, right? All right. Okay, backwards here. All you have to do is leave. Well, you can leave whatever you want. Your YouTube name is what I'm putting in there, because there's lots of people named Dave. So Daredevil Dave, he wasn't here. So guess what? We removed his name. So now we got 52 names, and we're going to spin again. So let's see if we have anyone. He's out. Fitness Frank, he's out. But see, this is just a test run for next week. So Michael McFarland Jr. Is he in the house? I can't remember. Did we see him earlier today? I don't think so. It's kind of weird because I tend to respond to everyone. So I get mixed up on like who's actually been in here, who hasn't been in here. But right now, I mean, Mike McFarland, he's not in here. So guess what? Next week, if this was next week and this was what we were going for, I thought he was here. See? But again, this is just a test run. This is just a test run. Let's see, I can scroll up here really quick here. I thought he was here too earlier. Again, you get so many different people. So anyway, so then we would remove his name, and now we're going to have 51. And a matter of fact, I don't even know how many of you guys have not, how many of you guys haven't put your name in yet? Because again, like I said, we have 53 names. So all these names that I'm taking out right now. Jeremy! Oh my gosh. Can you believe? Oh, Jeremy's going to be upset. I've actually hit up Jeremy the past, I think, 2 lives for him to come in. So Jeremy runs the classified video classified group that I really, really enjoy. So right now, you know, like your name is probably not going to get pulled next week. So Jeremy, if you are listening, hey, this would be your chance to chime in and virtually win something that won't happen until next week. Well, no Jeremy, so we're gonna. So I think you kind of get the idea. But I have the feeling that when it's live, there's going to be a lot of banter going back and forth. I think there's going to be a lot of banter. You're just going back and forth, kind of probably ripping on the people who aren't here. The Block Obama, I haven't seen him today. Again, I communicate with so many of you guys. Just if it's just responding to comments or whatever, that it's just crazy. So again, who knows how many we're gonna go down to? But have all of you gone to the video and I just put JB in, and I just put him in today. So look, no one. So look how far down we're going. We might actually have to start this at 10 o'clock just so we can be done by 11. Because who knows how many people. It's just kind of fun just spinning this. So I hope every single one of you have already gone in there and put your name in there. Yes, well, Digital Diarrhea again. Digital Diarrhea, you have Spacefold. He was in earlier, right? Spacefold was in. Digital Diarrhea, you have till next week. Now, what I'm going to say is please try and get in by 8 o'clock because I have to manually put all these in. So I don't want to be doing it during the show. I already typed slow enough and moved. I can't be doing it during the show. Matter of fact, once the show starts, it's done. So 8 o'clock, I'm done putting names in. But Spacefold, he was in the chat earlier today. But we're dropping. Now we're down to 39. I can't wait to see what the statistics and what the analytics say. So it's going to be very interesting. So anyway, this is how we're going to do it. I hope it's fun for everyone. Oh, look, Space. Okay, so he would have. Okay, so Spacefold would have won. So is that how? That's so I was a little too quick. So Spacefold would have won. Hopefully you'll have just as good luck next week. That's how we're gonna do it. I think it's gonna be fun. If it's not fun, we won't do it again. We'll move on to doing something else. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think it's gonna be? Think you guys be fun? Think it's a good idea? I don't feel I need to give anything away, but I think it's fun. You guys have been so helpful from everything, the contributions that everyone has just been here. Yeah. So anyway, we're going at almost 2 hours. Is there anything else that anyone would like to talk about? Because I know normally about this time is when we really start going off. So going off the rails and we start talking about stuff that has absolutely nothing to do about toys. Keith Coleman. Let's see here. Am I crazy to say that I don't remember seeing your name? And if you have been here, then I apologize, but thank you for joining. It always seems right around this time, I'm like, all right, wait, we should wrapping up. And all of a sudden we get like some of the regulars that aren't able to jump on till now. But we had a lot of, we had Bees in here today. Baldylocks was in here. You won't be no prize. Let's see here. Backwoods. You won some air. You won some air. Check your mailbox in 3 to 5 days. Well, it'll be like 3 to 5 days. You get out there. Maybe I'll email you a picture of it. How about that, Spacefold? I'll email you a picture of this in case you don't win it next week. Baldylocks is still here. Like, hey, you know what? So again, what else do you guys want to talk about? Because there didn't seem to be a lot of toy news the past week. But again, it seems by the time Monday rolls around, so much has already been hit, so much has already been addressed that I think some people are just absolutely burnt out of it. I gotta say, I'm very proud of myself that I'm kind of just staying in, you know, uh, staying on track with my little notes. A matter of fact, what's funny is that what I wanted to talk to about addressing people in the industry. I actually put how to be an adult. Like, let me explain something. When I was a little shithead growing up, a skateboarder, punk rocker. Again, my Instagram name is Punk Rock Skate Dad. Like that, and that just literally entails who I am. Cobra Law, another roadblock. All I heard, possibly. We're getting another roadblock. We're getting Tiger Force roadblock. But like I was telling Matthew, because obviously if he's the moderator, you might imagine him and we have to discuss some things, and we discuss a lot of different things. But never in my life did I think that I would have to be the adult in certain circumstances where it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you acting? Why is anyone acting like this? Absolutely crazy. I just don't get it. Valiverse has his own roadblock. Are you talking about rollout? Rollout is a little too small to be roadblocks. Matter of fact, all the Valiverse figures are pretty small, to be honest. But no, like for me to sit there and talk about like how people need to be adults about stuff, it seems crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. Because I'm like, I was always a little shithead. I was always the one like instigating stuff. When I really got back into skating a few years ago, I was talking to my buddy and we were sitting down to eat. Jeremy, oh, look at this. Jeremy, you missed Jeremy, quickly, you're gonna have to go back and watch it, but we you'd be surprised the shit I have to moderate like weirdos. Yeah, I get it. So Jeremy, I was showing everyone how we're going to do I'll pop this on here really quick. How we're going to do the wheel of names for the drawing next week, and your name came up, but you weren't here, so you would have lost. But since it's not this week, nothing to worry about. But you have to go back and watch it. I was a little disappointed you weren't here. But yeah, for me to come out and say like talk about like people having to be the adults, I'm just like, man, like dude, I'm a little punk rock skateboarder. Like literally, a little punk rocker. I found out people were scared of me. I'm like, why? Because I worked out and I looked angry all the time. And it's like, dude, I'm like 5'4". Like, what the hell is anyone damn scared of? Hey, Jeremy, don't worry, because all you would have won was air. Next week. So Christopher Ivory asked quickly, if it comes up, what do you think about the new D&D line? I'm not a big D&D fan. To be honest, so I can't really speak too much on it. I can say that from everything that I've seen, because I have watched a lot of the reviews and stuff. If I'm not planning on picking up the line, but I think it looks kind of cool, watch it and watch videos and see everything. But it's pretty sad how much stuff is breaking. And I think when it broke on who's the Motu guy, we had this talk, and we did this last week. Who's the Motu guy? Pixel Dan. When it broke on him, he had two of them that had their hand broke. Emily reached out to him and said, "Hey, hit me up. I'm the brand manager, and I'll take care of you." So I'll tell you what, like when people say like she doesn't do her job, she's out there looking. The fact that she reached out to Pixel Dan, who she knows has a lot of clout, Now again, would they reach out to me if I did a review? Probably not, considering I reviewed stuff that I said needs to be fixed, and no, it ain't getting fixed. But yeah, Tidarian Hanger, Tidarian Hanger did a thing on that, and he got the little boy. I don't know if it's a little boy, but the male figure and the female figure. Um, there's a whole bunch of them, and I actually saw. So wait, what are the chances? So where is it? I hate when this thing starts moving slow. Okay, so Juan Toy says, what are the chances to have? You know what? Now it's moving super slow, which makes no sense because I don't have anything else up right now. Get rid of this wheel here. What are the chances to have a broken figure twice? So I watched a video where someone was saying, is someone at D&D sabotaging it to show Hasbro that this windowless package doesn't work? And it was I forget who it was, but it was an interesting quick watch, and it was kind of like, if someone took a line that they know collectors don't really care too much about, at least not yet, like you could have done it with G.I. Joe when it started again, but people care about G.I. Joe. But imagine someone just kind of took it and they started breaking things before they went through there. Now, again, I don't think a bunch of 12-year-olds really care all that much, but it might be someone else in packaging. It's, I don't know. It seems a little out there, but who knows? Wait, hold on. I posted that on TikTok. What I'm talking about or something else? See, Baldylock says, I've talked to her twice, and she's just a sweet chick grinding her job. You might want to use a different term than grinding. Listen, when she went to the G.I. Joe brand, a lot of people said, you know what? It sucks to lose her off of. I think she was on Power Rangers. A lot of people said that. To me, that's saying a lot. If someone's saying like that sucks, listen, if Patrick left Star Wars, I don't think many people would be going, oh man, it sucks that we lost Patrick. All right. I just don't think people would care that much. So say I was a big D&D fan of just the cartoon, but I don't like the figures. Those too cartoonish and not in a good way. Yeah, like you said, I don't have any connection to it. I don't think the figures look bad from what I know. I think the ones that NECA put out look really awesome, and they're just D&D, right? I would buy those just to have in my basic display. But then I also want to put Elf. I almost bought Elf this way. I almost ran over to buy Elf, but I'm like, I'll just wait. Because I was able to get, a Python officer / trooper / whatever. They're not grinding mine, all right? Yeah. Pixel 10 didn't do the D&D review because he received the broke figure twice. Just also okay, all right, but he had done something. All right, he had done something. It was Tidarian Hanger, right? That did that. I don't even think he was just doing an opening, and that's when he got. I don't know their names, so I don't want to upset any D&D fans. And then I start getting like nasty DMs like these battleground. But yeah, but he got like the wrong figure, and then they sent him out like 2 new ones, and he opened them up again, and they were right out of the package. So it's a nightmare. I mean, this whole windowless package thing, there's no reason. Again, I guess this has been hashed over so many times, and people harped on it, and I'm no better, I guess. They could do the exact same. They could have them set up the exact same internally with a smaller window so you can still see what's inside of it. And then you can see if the figure's broken. You can see if it's the actual figure. But hell, if you follow Swap the Fig on Instagram, you're going to see that it doesn't even matter. Like Target, Walmart, Amazon, they don't care. Oh, there's a figure in it. Oh, look, there's a figure in it. Like, it doesn't matter. Oh, there's a fucking pen in it. Oh, must have been a pen, right? There's a banana in it. Oh, that's probably going to go rotten. Hope someone buys it before it goes bad. It's like, they don't give a shit. And it's absolutely horrible. And that's why I believe this. If this is a windowless package, and let's say it's not straight out of the box, right? It's been sitting on the peg, right? It's not first thing in the morning. There's not 12 of them sitting there. I'm telling you, if you want this figure, this windowless package, open it up right there. And if anyone says anything to you, you say, I'm checking to make sure it's a figure. I'm buying this figure. I'm checking to see if this is the figure. And if it's not, you take it up to them and you go, I opened this because I want the figure, but people have been swapping it. It's the wrong figure. Here's the same one. I opened it. It's what I want. I'm buying it. That way, you're not like, they don't think you're trying to return something. And I mean, hell, they'll probably put it back out they'll probably put it back out there, but you've done your job. Now, we shouldn't have to. To me, that's as bad as us having to fix the bent weapons, like this gun here. All right. It's messed up. I don't know if you saw my video here. And I did the review. Everything is super pliable on this figure. And this is my new thing. This is truly my new thing. When you start looking at weapons, look at that. And again, I mentioned that about the gridiron. The stuff has a slight bend to it. Most of it does. I understand it's 3D printed. It can be warmed up and straightened again. But for the price that I'm paying, they should come in a plastic shell of some sort that's going to keep it straight in the way that it's supposed to go. We shouldn't be spending this much money on figures, on weapons, and different things like that. Oh, you guys can hear Roman. I take it. You want out again, buddy? Here, give me 1 second. Let me stop this cam so you guys don't have to constantly see me getting up. Come on, buddy. Go for it. Go. Go see Olivia. Go see Olivia. Olivia, I know you gotta do this again. Take care of him again. He does this all the time. I don't know. It's absolutely crazy. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Let's see here. No bend so far with Valiverse weapons. No, and you know what? They won't. Because of what, like, the plastic they use, they won't bend, but they will snap. Although, like I said, they've gotten better. Again, some people fire them at the ground. I watched this thing. No, this is the Fortnite one. But I watched the grenade launcher literally fall from one of my shelves by itself, land like this, and the handle just snapped right off. And it was on the prototype pack. That's how I know those were brittle. It's cool. I mean, I get it. I think, again, if you take care of your weapon, I'll tell you what, like a Valiverse like that, those weapons will never will never stand up to a kid playing with them for long periods of time. But again, they're adult collectors. I mean, I know he shows like kids playing with them and everything. Those kids are going to be breaking things. Those knives will be stabbing through little kids. All right, I would not give a 6-year-old a Valiverse knife because those things are sharper than razor blades. Okay, so understandable. Hasbro's age 4+, so have softer plastic, but the plastic on the Python Patrol is much softer than the plastic on either the Trooper or the Officer. And it's one of those things that makes you say, what the hell? Is it the color of it? Is it the color of the mold? Like, is that plastic just softer? Anyone that does 3D printing understands sometimes the color of the 3D printing, like that it's using, is just softer. Cobra Law here says, I ordered the Valiverse Sergeant Slaughter, and they had the V2 out before I received my V1. That was enough for me. Listen. What it was. Sergeant Slaughter, and coming from a non-big Sergeant Slaughter fan, he was too small. He was too small. Yeah. You know what? Okay, so I want to address this here. This is new guy. Hopkins Van. I'm not even trying to say that. Repertoris. Nice ethnic shirt, punk. Okay, so does anyone remember the movie Rad? We were talking about the hat not too long ago. This is the Rad t-shirt. I can't see. So there's the Rad t-shirt. I absolutely love that movie. But if Hopkins is wondering, I am a skateboarder. And I only buy etnies because I like the Michelin. They last. So I probably have 15 pairs of etnies around here. But etnies did a collab with Rad for their 30th anniversary. So I bought the hat, shirt. My son likes it. There's a bunch of stuff they did. So, but anyway, thank you. I appreciate it. I love when anyone notices it. I've had so many people from when I was in, when we were in St. Louis. I had numerous people notice the hat. People walk in at the air show. Someone noticed the hat. All kinds of different things. Yeah, dude, listen, Rad is awesome. It's the best soundtrack of any movie ever. It is. I was burnt by. Wait, who are you saying was burnt by BBTS, not Valiverse? You're talking about the guy that got version 2 before version 1. Hey, you know what? Be glad you got version 2 before version 1 because version 2 had most of the kinks worked out of it. Gleaming the Cube was fun. I know Anthony mentioned Gleaming the Cube was fun. It was really hard. It was hard to watch at times because I could see when someone was skating regular and then all of a sudden they were skating goofy. And it was actually funny. Mike McGill was on the 9 Club and he was talking about it. He specifically talks about certain things in that movie where there was a change. Same with Police Academy 3, Citizens on Patrol, where they skate and everything. So, listen, Baldylocks, I don't know if you've ever heard me say this. I'm going to say this again. As a skateboarder, and I am a skateboarder through and through, it kills me to say that the greatest action sports movie is a BMX movie. And there's not even a movie close to it in the genre. Not even close. I am regular. Anthony, I am a regular foot. Although I can still do some switch tricks, but it was after my time. So I can skate the mini fairly well switch, believe it or not. Okay, so someone airborne. Ugh. Yes, airborne. Listen, it's just being a rollerblading movie. Just um. Okay, so someone didn't know who. What is Gleaming? Yeah, it's Gleaming the Cube is with Christian Slater, and he's a skateboarder, and it's it's bad. It's bad. It's fun. It's fun. I think watching that stuff. Listening to Christian Slater, who like he was so scared to skateboard. Like they said he tried, but he just couldn't do it. They said he put the work in, but whereas yes, Tony Hawk, you know, at that point in his life, he probably was working. Um, there was a time Tony Hawk wasn't rich. It's not anymore. I'll tell you that much. Um, there was a time when Tony Hawk, they went rich, and they all got poor, and then some of them got rich again. And Tony Hawk is definitely one of them. I love when people notice stuff like this, because I don't think a lot of people notice a lot of the. I think a lot of people when they see my name, a punk with toys, they think I'm just calling myself like a punk, like oh he's a punk that has toys, but no, I'm an actual punk rocker through and through. From when I was little, Doggy Style, Bad Brains, obviously the Misfits, Circle Jerks. That's the one band that has definitely stayed with me. Suicidal Tendencies and all those. Sick of It All. You guys all know Sick of It All. It's if you don't know, all right, you know what? We're gonna fight, and I'm a skateboarder. Thrashing isn't even close to being as cool as Rad. First off, there's no music like that. There's no bicycle boogieing. All right, Zaymot and Tomax are not in Thrasher. All right, and that's right. Zaymot and Tomax are in there. But no, so if you guys don't know, so the song that I use at the beginning of everything is Sick of It All, G.I. Joe Head Stomp. And because all I was doing was reviewing G.I. Joe, or mostly G.I. Joe, I went with G.I. Joe Head Stomp. I also realized, well before I got monetized, that if you play more than 15 seconds, it will be demonetized really quickly because you can't have more than 15 seconds. With that said, it actually helped out tremendously because no one really cares about the intro. They see a couple things they want to see about. Believe me, I learned way too much about YouTube watching Nick Nimmin live all the time and a bunch of other guys. Gleaming the Cube is horrible in a good way. You know what I mean? Like it has some redeeming traits to it, but all in all, you're right. It's a pretty bad movie. They kill his stepbrother, or no, his foster brother, half brother. What is it? Like he doesn't even like him. Like you'd be like, awesome, like great, we're done. Like Ford's like, man, I just want to talk GI Joes. Man, I can't do like 2.5 hours of only GI Joes. You tell me what you want to talk about, because man, I'll tell you. Like, were you here where I mentioned that the excuse me there, where the Python Patrol is coming out. Python Patrol, Crimson Guard. Again, I gotta get one for my son, because when he saw Python Patrol Crimson Guard when we were at the toy store a couple years ago, a 4-inch figure, he couldn't stop like going, that defeats the whole purpose. So when I saw it was announced, but they did say that Roadblock, it sounds like Roadblock is going to be the other one. No one's confirmed it, but I mentioned that I think because of the movie, that the Armored Cobra Commander should come with it. Like they should bust him out. I think that would be really cool. So, and we talked a lot of G.I. Joe. I think, I tried, when we started doing the live stream, I wasn't sure how I was going to go about it. I obviously want to hit other, other lines, other brands, different things that I do like. But again, as we know, G.I. Joe, and even though I say G.I. Joe, I really do associate Valiverse with it. I mean, they really are like, those two are always going to be tied together. Like Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. At WrestleMania 3 when Hulk Hogan picked up the big, mean, ugly giant and he slammed it down. You get skaters talking. Listen, I have a whole plan, a whole idea to do a whole skateboard channel. I have a name, I have everything. I have a big, huge plan to do it. I want it to be a little bit, it's going to be different than this one. And obviously it's not going to be anything that I think most of you guys would really be too interested in. It would be something completely separate because a lot of this stuff isn't going to cross over. When you talk about skateboarding, of all companies, Super 7 has the Powell Peralta experimental figures. And I'm kind of on the fence if I should buy one or two and just review them. I doubt I will because I really don't like them that much. Yeah. Give me 1 second here. Okay, you know what? We are too old for skateboarding. I disagree. There are more 40-year-olds skateboarding than I ever thought when I started skating again. Now, don't get me wrong. If you've never rode a skateboard and you decide that you want to jump on a skateboard at 45 years old, you might be pressing your luck. I get that. Let me say, all right, Anthony, thank you for joining. I definitely appreciate it. I love having you here. I mean, you're a guy that can take a joke that unfortunately has a bad name. You know what it'd be so much cooler. It would be so much cooler, Anthony, if you hated the name like Michael Bolton from Office Space hated Michael Bolton. Like that would have been awesome. Like if you hated Tony Romo like Michael Bolton hated Michael Bolton, why don't you go by Mike? I'm not the one that makes shitty music. Anyway. All right. Did you hear that? There's the dog. He's back. See, like Office Space. Okay, so we all know Office Space. Yes, Office Space. Like, dude, that movie is so damn good. If you've worked in there, you know all about it. So you say you're getting those experimental figures. You know what's kind of crazy about the experimental figures is, what's really crazy about the experimental figures is I listened to Brian Flynn tell the reason why he did them, and it's actually genius. I don't know how well it's going to do because I don't know how many old guys there are. I was never a Powell guy. I hated the Bonite. All right. I hated the Bonite. And I will explain Bonite to you guys in a minute. But the fact that he's doing these experimentals and that's how their boards were before they got the Pro model was pretty cool. So if anyone's wondering what Bonite is, skateboards are 7-ply of hard rock maple. And when you skateboard, you want a nice hard pop, right? You want your board to pop. So if it gets wet, it's obviously soggy. You don't get a good pop. Bonite was Powell Peralta's genius idea to put these two thin layers of like wax paper called Bonite in the middle. And guess what happens when paper gets a little wet or damp? It just gets completely soggy, which meant those things just went. They were such trash. Oh man. Listen. Yeah, I found a printer and they destroyed in the field. They destroyed it. They just left it there. Listen. Being the fact that I fix copy machines, and obviously I've seen printers, the amount of people that bring up, I want to go office space on this thing is absolutely insane. And you're kind of like, oh, listen, you're the one that has the lease. You can do whatever you want with it. You can do whatever they want with it. All right, so listen. So Wand Toys, if you had a Caballero board in the mid 80s and you had bonite in it, and I guarantee you that thing was soggy at some point in the life of that skateboard. It was never going to snap. If it ever broke, it was kind of like stick together. Oh yeah, I made the bonnet last for 7 months. Yeah, well, that's because it wasn't ever gonna break. Now skateboards were obviously made different than they are today. Because I'll tell you what, I had to switch to the impact boards. I know now, right? See, this is where the viewers start dropping off. I had to. So when I started skating, and I'm much heavier than I used to, I would do lip slides and I would shatter boards. Lip slides and disasters. I on the mini half, shatter boards. And I had to switch to the impact boards that have the carbon fiber insert. So those ones don't break. And then I rode one, the VX board, which has 2 carbon fiber layers, same as the Powell flight decks, but I don't like the flight decks. Those things are really stiff. Once you get used to skating, that VX board is awesome, but it is a different feel, thinner, lighter pop, better pop. But I like the impact boards. Get them cheap if you can still get them. I've only broken one out of, I think, 7 of them. And that's because I landed directly in the middle and just went right through it. Let's see, Matthew Matson. Let's see here. My backyard is where they filmed the whole movie. We found it before the movie came out. So that's pretty cool. Like that's, dude, that I love that. Dude, that movie is so good. There was a place called Inatech by me. I used to see it. It wasn't spelled the same as Inatech, but it clearly read and was pronounced Inatech. And I laughed every time I had to drive by it. So I love this. I love the skateboarding stuff. Power Pro to Nash, Psycho all broke. Well, Nash, obvious. Nash were like the cheapest skateboards of anything. Quit skateboarding in high school in '89. Yeah, you missed it, man. You missed out. Like I honestly, like I skated. I graduated in 1994. There was 2,700 kids in our school. I was the only skateboarder in '94. Then the X Games came, and it went up again. No, Powell always wanted to experiment. George Powell has always wanted to experiment. He actually, this is crazy. You know, when people say, "Oh, like someone's going to reinvent the wheel," they said for 10 years, Andy Anderson talked about it. For like 10 years, he was working on a new formula for wheels, and he finally came up with a new formula for a wheel just in the past 2 years, I think, where it's a hard durometer, so you can do slides and stuff, but it feels soft while rolling on it. Which I've actually rode one. I had a buddy that had it, and there's a bunch of guys on the 9 Club. Now, if you watch skateboarding, if you don't watch the 9 Club, you're missing out because you see a lot of older guys they interview. They do a wonderful job, to be honest. Yeah, so I think right now people are like, all right, you know what? Dude, we still got like 28 people, or 27 people in here. This is awesome. Like 2.5 hours. It seems like I'm able to keep you guys definitely intrigued, engaged. I think towards the end is where we're really gonna get to the point that we can just kind of bullshit about stuff. Matthew, I hated dashboards. Everyone hated dashboards. Not that I know a damn thing about skidding. Well, boards, like they were awesome. They were like those were like your Kmart boards. And believe it or not, Veriflex actually made real skateboards at one time. They were a real company, and then they went the route of being Kmart and Toys R Us, but they were like the good ones, if there's such a thing. But is it true? Am I missing something? Is it true Timcast bought the truck logo? That I don't know. Was there enough? Maybe there's another conversation going on, or maybe I'm just an idiot. There's always that. But anyway, we've been going on for 2.5 hours. I got to stop trying to beat the length every single time. But I will say this: as we've grown, I could definitely see us maybe one day doing a marathon. Vision. You know what, man? Go read about Vision and what Brad Dorfman did. Man, that guy, a lot of people didn't like him. All right. All right, dude, you hit me right here. I was a POW kid and then switched to World and H Street. So, I believe the 3 greatest skateboard videos of all time are Plan B, Questionable, the first one. That's the best. Hocus Pocus, and then Shackle Me Not. And because it changed skateboarding. All those videos changed skateboarding in a way that can never be done again. And I know a lot of people go back to video days, but video days had five skaters, and one was a vert skater, Jordan Richter, that no one cared about. Have you ever heard the story about Mike Carroll cutting the video? So Jordan Richter was out of it, and then they went and watched the video at his house and didn't realize Jordan Richter was with them. And when he gets to his part, it just skipped over it. So I don't know, but yeah, like you get to H Street here, World Industries. Okay, so you brought up World. Let me tell you something. Everyone, you want to see an interesting documentary? Go look up The Man Who Sold His Soul, Steve Rocco. It talks about what he did in skateboarding, how he pretty much, the 5 big companies told him, fuck you, no little company can make it. And he became the biggest skateboard company. He did things that no one else had the balls to do. Because of Steve Rocco, that's the reason why we have Jackass, believe it or not. Steve-O, all of those guys. But go watch The Man Who Sold His Soul, especially you. If you've never watched it, go watch it. Like, it is such a good documentary. And the guy ended up selling World Industry for like $30 million and then just disappeared. Just walked off. So, but anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up. It's been over 2.5 hours. I could go on all day, but I got to work in the morning. I know a lot of you guys, people start veering up. The fact that we still have 30 people, I'm so excited by still having 30 people here. I know to a lot of the streamers that probably means nothing. If you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button. I'm definitely interested to see how many likes we have once I wrap this up. Let's see, man. Hensley Free Care, but video days was awesome. You know what video days is, and I'll tell you what video days. Video days is the first video we actually start to see lines from the riders. And if anyone is a Jason Lee fan, okay, Jason Lee from Mallrats, Chasing Amy, My name is Earl. He has the ender part. In video days, he's absolutely awesome. Like one of the greatest skateboarders ever. Hensley, who I was just talking to somebody here. A couple years ago, I went to St. Louis, and I just missed skating with Hensley here in Michigan at the skate park because I usually would skate after hours on Sunday, and him and Caballero just happened to be up here. And what was actually kind of funny is that I had seen that Caballero was actually in St. Louis at the church they're skating, even though it was closed to obviously at the time they were doing some work, but they were going to let obviously, Steve Caballero, whoever. But then I happened to look on Instagram and I see my park here, and Hensley, who the owner of the park knows, because he's been around since 79. I think the third Modern Skate is the third oldest. Well, it was the third skateboard shop, pure skateboard shop. So, let's see. Jason. Because Jason Lee after Video Days, he started TV with Mike Vallely, and then went on to stereo with Dune, and then they resurrected it again later on. So, but anyway, let's get out of here. It's been long. I keep going on. Maybe if we started at 8 o'clock, I'd say, hey, we'll go over 2.5. We'd hit 3 hours, but you gotta wrap it up. I can see the numbers starting to dwindle. So anyway, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys, everyone. Listen, if you haven't yet, obviously I say hit the like button, but if you haven't gone and gone over to the video, go put your name in there. Again, as long as you're in the lower 48 of the United States. If you win and you're out of the country, then we can probably work out something, but God knows that stuff is expensive to ship. It's expensive to ship to California, but at least this is a more reasonable box than that Mech Hiss. You go look at that Mech Hiss, that thing was crazy. So anyway, gonna get out of here. We'll see you guys all next week. You're gonna see a bunch of Valiverse videos, that's for sure, and you're definitely gonna see the pull up. You guys decide what order you want to see me do the reviews. All right, have a wonderful night. I'm out of here.